Yo, what's up? We are
up?
Back in the dojo.
Yeah.
Or what do you what do you reckon the room could be called? What's a good little name for the? You know, the people always call it like the Dragon's Den.
Do they?
Yeah, they call it something. You gotta have your little.
How about the Hobbit hole?
The Hobbit hole.
How about the
Yo, I love that.
Frodo and Sam gay sex room? There we go. You get signs made. You go on Etsy and get a custom sign.
The Bilbo Baggins chamber of asshole sex.
The big black Bilbo room.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Just a gay.
That's good.
How about just a gay room?
How about the gay room?
How about the room for gay men?
Colum, why did you
Why did you pay for a $1,000 engraving?
I was being a little gay with your fiance. I was like, how's wedding planning going?
I know,
and then I'm gonna come in here and be like, I saw the fattest ass yesterday.
You gotta counteract.
I saw this girl. She was such a skank. Yeah. But it's fun. It's fun to be that guy.
Well, it's fun.
It's fun to be that guy who's like, how's the wedding planning going, Jess?
Oh, of course.
You know?
Well, that's what you are. You're a well-balanced human.
Yeah.
When you're around a regular person.
We have a pretty good relationship, me and Jess.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Because she only knows me from doing good things. Well, sleeping on your couch that one time.
Oh, she wasn't here, I don't think. I don't think she was here. Was she here that night?
I don't think so. No. It was boys' night.
Let's dig into that.
It was Italy, Ireland boys' night.
Let's reminisce. Oh yeah.
I actually picked the fight on purpose
to come
so
over
that I could
here.
hang out with you and have a little sleepover.
Yeah, we ate popcorn. Watch specials we hated. We just hate watch specials.
Yeah. Just picking a fight with your wife so that you can have a sleepover with your boy.
Yeah, you're leaving your phone unlocked.
Yeah.
Just leave my phone unlocked.
You left the fucking fridge open, you stupid bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're always doing this. I'm going to Colum's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never fucking cleaned the Brita.
You should have a sleepover with your friends at least once a month, once every 2 months, you know?
Yeah.
You should take a vacation without the kids and have a sleepover at your friend's house.
With the fellas? Just like the boys go skiing?
Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
Just somebody's house. Pick a place, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
Set up some sleeping bags.
And just fucking tell secrets on.
I mean, that was the greatest thing. I don't know. I love, like when I was a kid, I love when my cousin would sleep over.
Yeah, and then you just stay up all night.
You stay up all night. Laughing your ass off. What's
laughing at the dumb
why are we
shit.
not allowed to do that now?
Because I have a wife and kids and responsibilities.
I know.
Because I'm rapidly approaching 40.
Yeah.
Sure. But that's but the equivalent now is just going to fucking some dive bar and doing coke with a stranger. I think. I think that's the equivalent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't worry about that stuff?
Fetamin.
Yeah.
Fetamin.
Yeah.
Vitamins.
Kevin Federline.
Laced with
Federline. Does this have Federline in it? He did coke with Federline in it. And you're like, yo, what up? Yo, I'm about to get paid. I'm about to get divorced and get paid.
That was a win for the fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the internet does latch on to anytime a fella gets
Gets
divorced and gets a bag, we all go, yo.
Because it's kind of rare, right?
Yeah, Ariana Grande had that recently too.
Oh, okay.
She left Pete Davidson, friend of the show, Pete.
Yeah.
She left him when that guy suicided or overdosed, whatever happened.
Right.
And then she, on a rebound from Pete's cock, she met some guy and then they got married pretty fast.
Okay.
And then they got divorced pretty fast. And he left with like a nice chunk of change.
I wonder how much.
I think it was like 4.7 million or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Just enough.
Yeah.
Nothing. You still got to work. You still got to work.
Yeah,
Half of that's taxed. Most of that is taxed.
Yeah. You become a libertarian because your alimony. The government takes too much of your alimony. You start podcasting with Dave Smith.
Yeah,
and
you
like,
start learning about the
you're
military.
like, I worked my ass off.
The military-industrial complex.
Yeah,
Why? Where's my money?
You're like, I worked my ass off for that 4.7 million.
I had to eat
and they took
Granda's pussy every night. Do you know what that's like? Do you know what that's like to fuck Ariana Grande?
I mean, it's good, but it wasn't like I always wanted to.
It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. But I've got my own needs.
You just become the biggest crybaby in the world. Now and all I have is $2 million. You're wearing like a chinchilla coat and goggles.
A little mink hat. He looks like a pickup artist. He's sitting there with Dave, and Dave's like, no, let's get back to Gaza.
Shut the fuck up, Dave. I'm talking about something important.
I robbed Ariana Grande for weeks, only to have my money go to the fucking government.
Yeah, and then it's going to, what, poor people? People on welfare?
Welfare does nothing but keeps you in need of government.
Yeah, of course.
Divorce money. Let's say divorce money. Ariana Grande. Oh, one-time sum of $1.25 million.
It's not a lot.
And up to $25,000 in attorney fees. That's nothing.
Yeah.
1.2? Like, no, yeah, obviously it's great to get 1.2, but
yeah,
really, what's that?
Who's the nastiest bitch you would marry for $1 million?
You could go anywhere, bro.
Dude. I was
like that.
I was just talking about caterers with your fiance like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Catering.
Yes. Yeah. Would you let Oprah shit in your mouth
for $1 million?
For $1 million?
Yes. There's no way I would not. For a one-time, here's my thing.
Yeah.
There's very few things I wouldn't do.
You're like, Oprah, you're being a little cheap with the payment.
Well,
I know you got more than that.
You're looking at Oprah, she's loading up on fucking...
Oprah, that's like a drop in the bucket for you. You're trying to haggle your way up. And she's like, you know what? I'll just call somebody from TaskRabbit. Yeah. You blow it. Yeah.
You talk your way out of it.
You talk your way out of it. You're like about to sign the contract.
Hey, I had my agent look this over. Is this SAG?
Your agent's like, actually, it's actually 15% for any time Oprah shits in your mouth.
Dude,
there's like a clause.
Yeah, he's trying to persuade you to do it. You're like, I just don't know if that's where I want to go as an artist.
I don't know if that's what
those days are over.
Yeah.
We're all about getting clips are done. Like, I just want to focus on my crowd work clips.
Yeah.
Those days are done.
Yeah.
The way you get big now is Oprah shits in your mouth.
Shitting in your mouth.
No, this is just how you do it. You old guys are stuck. We have to sit there and watch million.
You're like, Oprah, look, can I get 1.2? You like read a book on negotiating. She's like, what do you think? I'm a fucking asshole.
You show 5 minutes
late. The going
rate. Show 5 minutes late on purpose.
Yeah. She's like, the going rate is 785. 785K. $1 million's very generous. Like, you know what? Get the fuck out of my office.
I was already overpaying you.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
You're like, real? No. Wait. I'll do it for 600. She's like, you already insulted her. Your wife's like, so honey, how'd it go?
I'll knock 20 off. You have to ring her off with your tail between your legs. Oprah, honey. Oprah, babby.
You're like, you come home. Your wife's like, so honey, are we rich now? And you're like, I got some bad news.
I thought I could get more. I was sitting there with a cake. She got, how did you fuck this up?
How did you fuck this up? I looked at the contract. We had a Zoom call with Oprah. She said it was going to be fine. You fucking idiot.
Baby, we're going to Turks and Caicos.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about our family. You just get so greedy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll be happening anytime soon, but
my theory has always been with that, the hypothetical question was like, would you suck a dick for $1 million or whatever?
Yeah.
The thing is, you go, whatever you agree on, by the time you get there, if he shorts you, you go with it anyway.
Yeah.
Like if he's like, it's $1 million for you to suck my dick.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
It gets you 400,000.
You got you show up and you go, I'm giving you 400K.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you going to walk away with nothing?
Yeah.
You've already amped yourself up.
Yeah.
You've already drank like probably a fucking bunch of Jack
You just
Daniels.
kill him one day at an outdoor cafe. You see him eating. you can't take it. That you go to jail.
What's that movie? Sleepers.
But you hide the money. You bury the money in the sand for your wife to find.
What is this, like a True Detective?
Yeah, because it's like you leave it for your family. It's like you fucked up your whole life. Yeah, no, that's like the movie. Like it starts with you blowing the thing with Oprah. Then a guy says, you can suck my dick for $1 million.
I heard.
And
I hear a sequel here.
What's that?
I hear a sequel.
Yeah, well, that's like the whole story arc. So it's like you suck his dick and then he shorts you, and you kill him and you go to jail. But at the end of the movie, your wife finds out that you buried the money in a box in the woods. And she finds the money.
It's not bad.
And then it's good.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, how about this one? How about Bridesmaids, but with dudes?
Okay. That sounds good.
That's mine.
Yeah.
That's just my pitch. Bridesmaids, but with dudes.
Okay.
It's called Bachelor.
Yeah.
Bachelor man.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Groomsman.
And the guy's about to marry a dog.
He's about to marry you. He's about to get shit on. Oprah's about to shit in his fat. And all the fellas give him a fucking bachelor party.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hey everybody, it's Colum here interrupting the podcast to let you know that you can see me live doing stand-up comedy all over America and the world actually. Got Ireland and UK dates coming up too. But these are a couple of the places I'm hitting. Go to columtyrrell.com for all these tickets, and then if you don't hear or see the place that you want me to be, you can head over there and sign up for my mailing list. And you fill out where you are, and then if enough people say they want to see me in that place, that's where I'll go. That's why all of these places are on the tour, and your place is not. Coming up, we got Sunnyvale, San Francisco, Greenville, South Carolina, Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Long Island, New York, Tampa, Florida, Port Charlotte, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, Cincinnati, Ohio, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Batavia, Illinois, Skankfest, and then a bunch of other stuff. Burlington, Vermont, October 20th, me, Lil Sass, and friends. Get tickets to that if you're up in that region of the world. That's going to be a lot of good leaf peeping that time of year. Yep. If you want to know the dates, if any of those towns tickle your fancy, go over to columtyrrell.com. Back to the show. There's loads of fellas out there, who are dating fat white women and are just definitely just like, yo, this is just a nice place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
There's just guys out there. We were talking about like who would you date who's disgusting for a bag.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of guys out there.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think it's very common to find yourself. I think in certain circles it's common to find yourself a nice fat white woman with lack of confidence who will just let you. Sorry, folks, that's my alarm.
For me. What?
Coffee, last coffee.
Eat potatoes.
Run. I come back. We're just full.
You're just eating a boiled potato like it's an apple.
You could do that.
Yeah. What else is new? How is the wedding planning going?
I'm not doing anything of it.
Yeah? No?
But it's fucking, the wedding plan and shit. I'm not really involved in it at all.
Okay.
That's fine. I was just like.
Yeah. Is her dad paying for some of it?
Daddy's paying.
That's not bad.
That's for most of it, yeah. I would not spend a fucking dime on this.
Yeah.
Without getting too much into the family fucking inheritance, but I would not drop money on any of this shit. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy expensive. Prices. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you lie to the caterer and be like, hey, we're having a funeral. I need you to cater my funeral?
That's what I'm saying. That's what most people would say is like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have like those like funeral flowers.
Yeah.
Like they're like a, like a wreath that spells out dad.
You're like, hey, my dad killed himself because Oprah offered this shit in his mouth.
The bag.
And then he fumbled the bag. He's so depressed that he killed himself. So we're money's a little tight. I have to say, as you can imagine. Money's a little tight.
Yeah, I just can't imagine the money, but it's more of an weddings are much bigger in
America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're much bigger in America.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you still here? I thought she left a long time ago. Trying to listen.
I did too. I thought she left too. Yeah.
She listened to the boys have fun. She couldn't help it.
Yeah.
She did that thing where she closed the door.
That's a meme. Like when my husband is podcasting in the other room.
Actually, can't help it.
It's too fun. Yeah.
but it's so funny. I can't go to the gym.
Yeah.
I'm not doing much about the fucking weddings at all, but it is. It seems like it's such a performative whatever. But still.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
But it's like you got to do it.
Gotta do it. Yeah. It would be better just do it like a real, just get a function room and just put, the same way you would throw a party for your auntie's.
That's all
50th.
it should. That's
your
what
auntie's
it should
50th.
be, yeah.
Just in a room, little help yourself to some food, and that's it.
Because you want to have the pictures.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then, but it doesn't need to be. No one's gonna go to the wedding and be like, oh, they didn't spend enough money on this.
I think some people do.
You think?
Chatty catties, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the New Jersey housewives. They'll be all coming to my fucking thing. Yeah. Deborah and all the gals that are coming, they're going to be fucking judging. Whereas my family are all going to be passed out drunk. Mm-hmm. They never know. They don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. My family would be happy getting married anywhere. Yeah. Eating, doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. All the families are coming over. So Australia's coming over. Ireland's coming over.
Okay. So now, they're kind of weird because they're not as fun as you would think because it's like nobody really knows each other.
The weddings?
Yeah. It's like a lot of people who don't know each other all coming together to, it's not like a party. Like parties are supposed to be where everybody knows each other.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is like you just have.
The only difference here would be because so many people are coming from Ireland.
Yeah.
It'll be a few days of an event. There'll be a few days of stuff. So they're probably all like. First, there'll be a lot more people at the rehearsal dinner than there usually would be.
Yeah,
they're all my cousins.
There's just a donkey that walks in. They're like, "Are you with the bride or the groom?" He's like, "Oh, the groom." Okay,
Terry,
take you to your table.
I turn around. You made it.
You start hugging. You guys start kissing on the mouth.
Jess, babe, this is Terry. This is my family dog.
You brought him on a United flight.
He well behaved dog.
But you dress him up like a person, so you don't have to put him below the.
He has glasses.
Sir, can you put your tray table up? He's like. Okay. Yeah, no, he has autism. No, he has Down syndrome. He's got a mustache.
Oh, good boy, yeah.
You dress him up like
putting the headphones in,
like a kid with Down syndrome.
He just has a little fucking eye mask. I like this guy.
Yeah, he's got a Hawaiian shirt and a straw hat. Yeah, he's never been to New Jersey before. Yeah, he's real excited to go to New Jersey.
Knocks something over and someone goes, "You fucking donkey!"
Yeah,
he books.
Yeah,
books him. Watch out, those Down syndrome get booked sometimes. Bookaroo.
Yeah, but yeah, we got a catering bill for like $15,000. We ended up having a COVID wedding.
This is the contract, you mean, rather than a bill, right?
Yeah. That's what it was contracted for.
Yeah. And you had already signed that.
Yeah, we had a meeting with this one caterer, and they were like, we're the cheapest option because we're in Queens and we own the building and everything. And the guy had been catering for a long time. I mean, I definitely liked him, but it's to feed 135 people, it's 15.
Just makes less and less
15,000. Which what does that even come out to? 15,000. Divided by 135, that's $1,000 a person. That's 111.
I was like, what? Put some fucking shrimp and some.
Yeah. But $100 a person is kind of a lot.
5 types of cheeses, babe. Babe, the charcuterie board is insane.
It's kind of a lot, though, right?
Yeah. Well, what they should do is the wedding traditions are all just crazy. Yeah. It's just getting bigger and bold, and especially now with all the Instagram bullshit. Same with these restaurants and stuff. Do you see all that?
No.
All these, there's restaurants now you can't get tickets. There's never been more restaurants now where you can't get reservations for because of just the Instagram hype of all that stuff. They're not necessarily the best restaurants.
Yeah.
They're designed to not get tickets.
Yeah.
And then, so what they do, they all use Resi.
Yeah.
So Resi then is that website, and then the reservations go available every morning at 9 a.m. for the following.
What restaurants are those, though?
There's 4... Is a Child's Prime, Child's Prime, or whatever that's called. That's a really busy one. There's another place called Taddy Ann.
Child's Prime.
4 Child's Porn.
4 Child's.
You show up at the restaurant. Excuse me, is this the 4 Child's Porn?
Imagine.
Is this men for Child's Porn?
Imagine you open a restaurant and it's so good, you have too many people, you change it to the House of Child Pornography.
Business is booming, actually.
They made it more popular. What? Everybody's like I bet it's really good.
It's like Mel Brooks. Modern day version of fucking whatever that is.
Yeah,
but they do Resi, but they have so what it is now, bots.
Yeah,
just reserve all the tables.
Okay,
and then they sell them. Then they sell them secondhand.
Yeah,
or like touting. Fucking, it's like Taylor Swift tickets. Some people, they sell.
I would never do that for penne vodka. There's always
like
another.
Carbone. Carbone's exactly one of the examples
yeah.
where you can't get tickets, but you can buy. Right now you could reserve a ticket for tomorrow night.
I just can't imagine it's that good.
It's not.
Yeah.
But even paying the regular prices, they say it's over.
Yeah.
But just people who are just willing to pay it. They just go, fuck it. I'm in town for the night. Drop an extra fuck. What difference does it make to me?
What is it, like $1,000?
It's probably going to be $1,000 in Carbone.
It's $1,000 to get the table at Carbone.
No, it's like the most expensive. From what I saw, it was like $350.
So like an extra $350 to eat at Carbone. To eat pasta.
To eat pasta. Yeah.
To eat like peasant
That's already going to be crazy expensive. But they're selling tickets for the cellar. The cellar's free.
Oh yeah.
Well, the problem with the cellar is you reserve your seats, and then if you don't show up, they just give them to whoever's in line.
Yeah.
And then you don't pay for your seats until the end at the thing. So they're using bots
like a
to
standby
buy them.
line.
Yeah, they're using bots, and then people who are showing up going, I need to get into the cellar tonight. Jeffrey Curry's asking questions. I got to get in there, dude. So they pay an extra $100.
I'm trying to think of a comic that I can bring up that I'm like
friendly
sort of comfortable shitting on. Yeah, but don't want to start
I'm
any.
like that with Jeff. I hope anyway.
With Jeff, yeah.
Well, he does a lot of crowd work.
Yeah.
Here's what it is.
He's like, "What's that? You got a purple sweater on, dude?" You're like, "It was worth every penny."
You guys are idiots. Some bigwig.
Yeah.
Some bigwig pays an extra $100 on the door. Doesn't care. Doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Doesn't give. I can't even imagine. When they pay me to go there, I don't want to be there. I'm going out of your way to like reserve these tickets.
Yeah. Who else is
who else is kind of shit?
Yeah, who else is kind of shit? I don't know. Fill in the blank.
Yeah. Put in your own fucking comedian.
Yeah.
But now, but that's the name of the game. You got to be like fucking. People love that underground. That's like this. That's what this podcast is good.
Right.
Never more than
under the radar.
Never more than 10,000 views.
Yeah.
Yeah, never more than 10,000 views. Never.
That's good because it's like their own thing.
It's like a little kind of a thing. Yeah.
Why is there such a disparity between like in everything, like restaurants, comedians? There's such a disparity between the top and like the middle. That's
Yeah. It's like you got.
Like we should make at least $300,000 a year from comedy.
Well, I was thinking that yesterday. Tom Segura works just as many hours as
as many hours.
And he has like a little fucking bot farm in the Middle East or whatever, making his merch. You know, he's got he's got his like those are making money. I went down to their studio to do Ari's podcast when we were in Austin, and it's just like it's like a warehouse with like 15 rooms. There's like a full-time staff. You walk in.
Really?
There's full-time staff. Just people like sitting around.
Yeah.
You walk in and it's like, is this the studio place? And they're like, yeah, please take a seat. Hold on. Check in. You got to give your fucking blood type and all this type of shit. Yeah.
Right.
And you're like, what happened?
We're doing Oh, and they treat you kind of like shit.
Well, not even that, but you got
it's like very formal.
Security. You got with the pad. You got to run your fingerprints. And shit. It's like just in case.
Which makes sense because there's so many people. But it's like, I went to the mothership with Tim Dillon, and it was like, I mean, everybody was nice, but it was very like, okay, just wait right here. All right, just wait right here. Yeah, you can come in. You can sit at this table right here. Just Hey, Joe doesn't like when you look at him. Joe
doesn't mind if you breathe in, but you can't breathe out. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out Joe Rogan. Shout out the mothership.
Yeah. Shout out to Joe Rogan and the mothership.
Shout out Joe Rogan.
Fantastic place.
Shout out to all of Austin.
Yeah.
Shout out to anyone that can help my career and debt to anyone that cannot.
Right.
How about that? Mm-hmm. That's fair. Pick your battle.
I was in LA. I just got back from LA yesterday, and it was kind of a waste of time of a whole trip.
Yeah, it's
I spent like 2 days out there.
Were you doing shows?
I did a show in San Diego that paid a little money.
Where'd you do that?
Some bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
San Diego's nice.
But I got out there and I did one podcast promoting the special and everything. There
we go.
I got a special out. It's called I'm Normal on YouTube, and you can watch it, and I hope you do. I think it's pretty good.
Nice. A YouTube special, huh? One of the few.
A YouTube special, yeah.
One of the few.
Hey, you know what?
YouTubes.
Yeah. Why don't you suck my dick? Why don't you suck my dick?
That would have been cool if you hadn't fucking sounded like you were coming just because you were bending your knee.
Yeah. But, well, you know how it is.
Yeah, go check it out. Mike Recine, very funny comedian.
Thanks.
And also go check out his podcast.
It's called Out for Smokes.
Out for Smokes with the fellas.
Yeah.
And then you're on the road probably with some dates.
I'm on the road. I'm going to Europe next month. I'm doing London, Amsterdam, Berlin, and Madrid.
On your own?
Yeah.
Or you're with someone doing the thing?
Someone's with me.
Someone's with you?
I'm bringing a feature out.
Who's that?
Nick Viagas.
I don't know who that is.
He's good.
Yeah? Nice.
He's a good joke writer.
I probably recognize him.
Stutter.
Yeah, I just don't know.
He's got a stutter.
Most stuttery cunts are fucking funny.
Yeah. He's got a stutter and a small dick. You probably know. He's got a stutter
Most of his punchlines
and erectile dysfunction.
And he tends to shit his pants often.
Sorry, my dick isn't working tonight. It's usually pretty big.
Good. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Fucking sitting on a plane with him.
Yeah, it should be fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
Fucking London.
Yeah.
Everywhere. That's cool.
Yeah.
Go check. Wait, guys.
But LA, it's like I went out and then
let me just go.
Yeah.
Guys, catch me on the road.
Mhm.
I've got loads of dates.
Mhm.
I've never been booked this much in my life. ColumTyrrell.com.
Great.
I'm all over.
Every dog has his day.
This is my 15 minutes. That's taken a little longer than 15, but I've no money or fame.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like 2 years of not even. What's it? Nothing. Melancholy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of my 15 minutes of fame, it's 15 months of sort of irrelevance.
Mediocrity.
Yeah, exactly. That's not bad name for a fucking...
Yeah.
So ColumTyrrell.com.
But let's not sit here and feel sorry for ourselves. Let's give these people a show.
Hey, guys. Oh, my God. What a great day. What a great day.
You know when Oprah's shitting in your mouth? That's what they want to hear.
That is funnier than most shit.
What?
That's what are we going to do? Fucking break down Diddy? Is that what we need to do? Break down fucking current affairs?
I don't know. I'm really stupid. I don't read anything. I just hang out with my kid. And we went to the park the other day and he just asked me to like gather sticks and throw them on the lawn.
That's it. That's as good as
And I was like, I feel like I'm getting like dumber.
No, you're back to your roots. That's back to your roots.
I guess,
that's fucking caveman shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you ever be like
threw them at children?
Do you ever have a fire going somewhere with the fellas and then you gotta go fucking find wood or you gotta go like pick up shit? That's like
sometimes
there's like a primal shit about that where it just takes over your body. You're like, I gotta get the wood.
I think that's why I love grilling so much.
Yeah.
Because you just
Yeah, it's dumb. If
you're cooking
it breaks
outside.
into your primal.
Yeah, but it just feels so. I'm never happier than when I'm grilling.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, just flames, just smell it, and you're like, you all need me.
Yeah.
You didn't catch it by any means, no, but yeah. That must feel good then to hunt down a deer and fucking take its life. Fucking
like a baby,
like from the back with a knife. Yeah, a
baby
deer.
You think you sneak up behind a deer and kill it with a knife?
No, I'm saying you've already sort of shot it. It's dead.
Okay.
It's like, and then you put out its misery by just going
with
a knife, like
yeah,
and then you go. You kind of do a primal.
You aim for the pussy when you're shooting it.
You just.
Yeah. Someone's like, the best way to kill a deer is to shoot it in the pussy.
Oh, Bear Grylls, you want to shove your fingers up his pussy.
No, you got to shoot it in the vagina, and then it's like, and then you.
That's the most humane. The most humane way.
That's the most humane way to kill a deer.
Is to shove your fist up her pussy.
Yeah.
Until she dies.
Yeah, but no, yeah. I went to LA. I did one podcast and I did a show in San Diego, and then like, I had two. I had a friend that kind of flaked on me. And so I didn't really get to do that much. And my wife was like mad at me. She's like, you flew across the country to do one podcast and one show.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but there's not a lot going on out here.
Yeah. It used to be, you go out to LA, be packed, be busy, there'll be shows, just loads of podcasts.
Kind of, but I don't know. Like it always felt a little dead, but now it feels really dead.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
it feels like nobody's left.
It's gone back to acting. It's gone back to acting.
Yeah.
And who's left over there? Santino, Bobby Lee.
Mm-hmm. So I guess Santino and Bobby Lee are like the big.
That's it. They're the new Segura, and they're the new Segura and Asian Bert Kreischer.
Yeah,
Bobby Lee's the new Asian Bert Kreischer.
Is he?
I guess so.
Why? Because he lies?
I don't know.
No. Isn't it funny? There's a
little belly.
Yeah.
There's an hour video. It's called The Rise and Fall of Bobby Lee.
Just
by some fucking retard from New Zealand.
Isn't that so funny? There's like a whole industry, dude. A whole industry of like Andrew Schultz is done.
There's a cottage industry just trashing Bert Kreischer. There's an entire that's a genre.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think everybody
a lot of those guys are fucking homos.
Yeah.
Anyone that's making those videos.
Yeah.
It was the original guys, like I think like Beige Frequency and some other dude, and they would just. It was odd that they would spend an hour and 20 minutes, like they would make an hour and 20-minute documentary about Bert Kreischer or whoever it was.
Yeah.
And it was kind of entertaining because it was like, what a crazy thing to waste your time doing.
Yeah.
Comedy's retarded.
Yeah.
any famous comedians is stupid.
Yeah.
And for you to hate this guy for no reason is so funny.
Yeah.
And
they're like 3 hours long. It's like like if somebody made a video that was like why Colum Tyrrell sucks and it was 3 hours long, I think you would watch it, right?
Of course, I'd be all on board.
You'd watch at least an hour and 45 minutes of it.
But like the time and effort it took to make that, I'd be like that. I'm like that guy in the what you call it, the fucking
what?
That serial killer, fucking
Ted Bundy?
Not Ted Bundy.
Zodiac killer?
No, he's not even a serial killer. He's a rich guy. He's fucking
Robert Durst.
Yeah. After they made the movie about him, he rang up the director like, "Thank you so much for making this."
Really?
I'd be like that if the guy made it.
Why did he do that?
Just because he's a psychopath.
Oh, okay.
Just an absolute psychopath.
He's like, "Thanks for getting my name out there."
Something like that. He was just like, "You got a lot of things wrong, but I liked it." You know what I mean? I've heard that's happened to a lot of people, like actors and stuff. Like they'll portray.
I really like that movie you made, The Man Who Killed His Wife.
The man who couldn't stop killing.
Yeah, the man who definitely killed his wife.
Yeah, but now what's happened is it's just become an industry online, I guess, of people making these videos. And like, all they have to do is, it's like, it doesn't even make any sense, dude. They're like the rise and fall of Andrew Schultz. Meanwhile, he's playing The Garden this weekend. And like, it's like the biggest show he's ever done. Like, you mean you just have decided that you don't like him?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean by the fall of these guys?
I guess is Bert kind of an easy target, I guess?
Bert's
it seems
such
like
an easy target.
Yeah.
But he's a very sort of I don't know if mainstream's a word, but he's certainly, he's like a mainstream guy. So once you're not, pretty much all these fucking dickheads online are pretty much just like, Shane's the best, everyone else is gay. And that's pretty much their whole ethos.
Yeah.
And they're all homos, and they're like, not like Shane. If we compare now to Shane,
well, that's funny because Mullen was telling me that like if you go on the Shane Gillis Reddit, it's so pathetic because people will be like, "Yeah, I'm having a beer, just like Shane probably is right now." Going to Target. I wonder if Shane ever goes to Target.
That's the biggest loser.
Yeah. Truly, yeah.
You picks up a hammer, gay.
Yeah. When I tweeted when I pretended to tweet Shane's phone number.
Oh yeah.
I was like, because I was like, I'm actually friends with him.
Yeah,
and then like
very funny tweet or whatever.
Yeah, and then people were like, this is like, I forget what happened, but I said something about like being funny and relevant, and this guy was like, "You don't think you're as funny and relevant as Shane, do you?" And I'm like, the fact that you typed that out and hit send, I'm like depressed for you now.
Yeah.
You don't really think you're as relevant as Shane, do you?
You'll never be Shane.
You'll never be Shane.
Shane was the first person to have a beer. Look at you drinking beers. Shane much?
Yeah, having a beer just like Shane. It's really funny, man, because people
that's just a short percentage of it, though, you know. But the most vocal ones, you know.
But people have such empty, shitty lives. I mean, our life is kind of empty and shitty.
Mine's terrible.
You know what I mean? Like,
mine's,
and I have you have a fiance.
I have a fiance,
and I have a son.
I'm in New York City. You've got an heir to the throne.
Yeah.
Things should be relatively good, but our life is
there's
terrible.
always always kind of like an emptiness that's always there. Like you try to. You know what I mean? There's always like a
The problem is
you're like, what do I?
There's probably an inherent thing deep down in our souls where it's like our success is based on the almost approval or of someone else. It's not like you can just go run.
Right.
It's not like you can just go run them.
It's nothing.
Marathon.
It means nothing.
We got to get other people to like our bullshit, and there's probably something inherently fucking feminine about that.
But I'm saying like
not like a carpenter who just goes builds his shit. You know, he doesn't need. Well, I guess he needs customers, but
yeah.
Not if you're.
But I'm always trying to fill my life with bullshit, whether it's like movies or whatever, or I don't know, whatever it is. Like,
coolers.
Yeah, coolers for sure.
Smokers,
grills,
coolers,
smokers.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what you think is going to make you happy.
Yeah,
yeah.
But you got to think like other people's lives must be so much more empty than mine.
Yeah,
so if we can find a way to like fill people's lives with some bullshit, you can make a lot of money.
I get it.
You know, if you can find a way to capitalize off that emptiness.
What did you think of that? I listen to a lot of his stuff, and it has genuinely changed me a little bit. Huberman, you know Andrew Huberman? I do listen to a lot of his stuff.
You do?
Yeah.
I've never really listened to him. What does he talk about?
He just sort of talks about the science.
He's like, if you stick your dick in the bathroome door, it's actually healthy.
The frontal
and
cortex,
I fucked 6 women.
The neurons of the frontal cortex react very, very heavily to you sticking your dick through the hole of a door. That's what he says.
Yeah.
And the neuroplasticity sets in.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I like it enough. He sort of just tells you, like, statistically, if you do this stuff, it help. Like, you have to create habits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then he came out. Turns out he was like a player.
Right. Well, do you think the cheating on your wife era is like over?
Yeah, I don't think anyone does. I don't think
anybody does it anymore.
I think anyone that's done it has been caught, and it's over, and that's the end of it. So
I think it's kind of over. Yeah.
Yeah, Me Too movement.
And why would you even want to cheat on your wife or your fiance?
I can't even imagine.
You know what I mean?
The way I see it is, my girl is just as sexy today as the day as when I didn't know her.
Yeah.
That's the day I didn't know her.
Yeah.
Just I still like a.
I do kind of feel that way a little bit, though.
But she was a 26-year-old stranger at a bar.
Mm-hmm.
I find her just as attractive now as a 33-year-old fucking
I agree.
wife.
It is nice to fuck your wife, though.
Never done it.
Your wife of a long time. Oh,
You have to do it.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Oh, am I? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know about that. What's that going to change?
What's that?
How's that going to change anything? What are you talking about? Ooh.
No, but I think like it's nice when you're with somebody for a long time. You start, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more into my wife now than I was when we like started dating. Or I mean, like you go through like ebbs and flows. But
I don't know what happened. Did you
but
guys
I do
get in a
like
fight and now you have to say this. You didn't know.
Yes.
He's promoting the special. It's just a wife apology tour.
No, but you don't feel
you're
like
living in your car.
But you don't feel like it's fun to.
I'll get it. So I just got back from LA and my wife was so mad about me. You haven't seen her in weeks. I've got a kid. I've got a wife.
Yeah. No, but you don't feel like it's fun to like being with somebody that you've been with for a long time.
No, it is. It is. Yeah. No, it is. But it's also that is true. That part. If you can focus on that part of a relationship, that's great. But then there's also like the biggest pain in your ass is also the person who you're with all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily wrong. That's the problem. It's like,
yeah,
why can't I just do fucking heroin all night with my boys? And puke all over the couch. Come on, baby.
Yeah. Well, you get so used to somebody's bullshit.
Yeah.
That you forget that like everybody has bullshit. Everybody has something.
Everyone has their shit, but women do have a good way of just slowly wearing you away. Like
sure.
The tide, you know what I mean?
You think?
Burr has that, doesn't it? It's just they just erode you until you're just a fucking shell.
Mm-hmm.
At first, you're just like at the beginning of a race, you have huge fights, and then eventually, you're like I think it gets less and less and less until you just eventually withered down.
But do you think you're withering down, or do you think that you're kind of like learning to like not make stuff such a big deal, and you're kind of learning to go with the flow a little better?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is this is like a better help.
Yeah.
What do you think? You had a mirror?
Yeah.
How does that make you
feel? How's she wearing you down?
You know, just nagging.
Nagging you.
That's just the way it is, right?
What does she nag you about?
I'm not getting into crazy details like that. But, the usual shit.
Yeah.
Too much fun.
See, my thing is like if I get nagged, I'm like, all right, I'm getting nagged, but it's not like there's somebody else out there who won't nag me.
That's
true.
I mean? Better the nagger
the devil you know than the
nagger you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
The nagger you know.
The nagger you know better than the nagger you don't know. No, that's the name of the.
That's the name of the episode.
That's the name of the den.
The nagger you know.
Welcome to the naggers out room.
Sometimes you just gotta say nagger, please.
No naggers. What's the name of the lounge? No Naggers Lounge?
My wife was on some bullshit that I said, nagger what?
Nagger, please.
Okay. Good thing we're like 20 minutes in, you know?
Yeah, well, everyone's already back to work.
Everyone's
Lunchtime's over. Back to the forklift, fellas.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes I like when people talk about the podcast is like there's usually someone's listening to this right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said in the past where it's like he's the head electrician or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're just like working on some spot where there's like 5 guys forced to listen to this because he's the guy.
Yeah.
So he's the ox guy.
Yeah,
he's like, you got to put up on Colum. And the rest of the fellas are just like, fuck, this sucks.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yo, did you hear what he just
They're
said?
like, hey, can we change the channel? Can we
I don't know why he say Oprah. Oprah is shitting his mouth. No, there's no funny.
Why they just talk about Oprah shitting in your mouth?
Man, why Blanquito not funny?
I want to hear Gabriel Iglesias.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Can we listen to Fluffy?
Put on Fluffy. Or maybe do that thing where you put your finger through your pants and make it look like a penis. Now that is funny. That is very funny.
Oh man, I went to see Fluffy the other night.
I went to see
He's
Fluffy.
funny.
2.8 million people at this concert.
Yeah.
Fluffy, yeah.
I gotta figure out how to tap into like a Latino, because Latino guys seem to like me a lot.
Do they?
Yeah.
Go, hey, Holmes, or something. Go,
Yeah, I don't know what to
"Hey,
do, but I want to like
Holmes."
reach out. I want to do like a Latino outreach,
That's nice that you just
program.
have this like a demographic that you feel.
but I can't. I don't know where they are or how to connect with them. Should I start a podcast called like
I don't know. It's
the
hard
Latino Hour or something?
the allied, the Latino ally.
Allied, yeah,
Yeah, the ally. Yeah, the Hispanic ally.
yeah,
Yeah, you could do something like that.
yeah.
But then again, you got to look at like
I
Ralph
think they like what
Barbosa.
I'm doing.
Ralph Barbosa is just a generic white guy, American guy,
Sure.
and he's not going up there going, "Oh, better make this quick. I have to clean someone's garden," or
Yeah.
He's not. He's just going up there going, "Yo, drugs are cool,"
Yeah,
So like that whole idea of miso Mexican is over.
yeah.
There's never going to be a miso Mexican.
You think?
Yeah, I think it's done.
Yeah.
I think the miso Mexican guy is done.
It does seem like the world's getting more like homogenized.
We're all just becoming
You know,
McDonald's. Yeah,
We can't really be
Globalization.
caricatures of ourselves anymore.
Although all those dirty wops, I follow. You've shared something,
Yeah.
and I started watching it. Whatever is like proud wops on
Yeah, yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
or something, and it's
Yeah,
just like, oh, that's a good cannoli. It's just that's all it is.
it's so
Just
bad,
The
yeah.
same guys over and
And
over.
the algorithm loves to like
Oh,
boost it. Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
these fat morons.
Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
Fucking
Hey,
Staten
what do
Island.
you, hey, do you like penne or rigatoni better?
Oh, let me try this.
I think
fuck-
I gotta go
oh,
with rigatoni.
Oh, are you nuts? Oh, get out of Moulin Rouge.
Yeah. My grandmother, she would make the chicken cutlets really paper thin.
Just like Grandma used to make.
Yeah.
Just the dumbest fucking
dumb-
character.
it's bad.
But
Yeah.
we did this thing where we...
And then people think that's what Italians are like. And I'm like, that's not. Sometimes we talk about Oprah shitting in our mouths.
Every now and again we talk about fashion and then we go back to fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are people who live their life like that. Like every now and again you
Yeah, I
will
think
come
you're
across
right, yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
Like I'll go down to one of the local bars here, and every now and again you'll just hear someone like, "Oh, Jerry!"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
just that type of fucking.
Yeah.
Like Joey Diaz is like a real guy. There's people like that.
You think?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
met them during construction. They're dying out completely, but
Yeah, yeah,
some people just latch onto that, and then that's what you are.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But in the funny, like back in like the 60s and the 70s, or maybe 60s, where it was like all the characters on TV were always just like the dumb Mexican guy who
Yeah,
would like
yeah.
stand on a rake and smack himself in the face, like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
and now it's like everyone's like, no, we need developed characters. We're more than that. Now it's straight
Mhm.
back to just like, oh, my mother's tits.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Marone, my mother's tits.
But I feel like with Joey Diaz, there's a little bit of a inauthenticity there. I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like
I've no idea.
It seems a little bit like put on.
He might be, but a lot of those New Yorker, we call him like a New Yorker. I know
No,
he's
that's-
New Jersey,
that's the
but
thing,
a lot
it's
of those
like-
guys are a little bit. He obviously knows what
they-
makes him funny,
Yeah,
and he plays into it a little bit. But
yeah.
maybe the whole thing is just completely.
It just kind of bugs me when
the
I
whole
see
thing
people.
could be a farce, dude.
The whole thing could be a farce.
That'd be so funny if this whole thing
Yeah.
was just nonsense. Every story he's
Yeah.
ever made.
He turns off the podcast. He's like, "That was a good episode, eh, chaps?
Yeah,
I sort of like. I like this character I'm doing."
yes, Mr. Joey Diaz.
Yeah,
Joey Diaz don't take no shit.
yeah.
Funny, funny.
you, motherfuckers, something about.
I saw him the other day in
Yeah.
Austin. It was a lot of fun.
in Austin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Came out, surprise guest, standing O.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Oh, really?
yeah.
I'm sure he's a good stand-up.
Yeah, of course. The way he does it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that he could be just a complete he's from the South. Here's the funny thing, he's probably from Louisiana.
Yeah, yeah,
And it wasn't working for him.
Yeah.
He was there going, my granddaddy had
Right.
my pianos for
We
toes.
saw a gator the other day.
We grew up with a guy had no arms. We replaced him with Xbox
Yeah.
controllers.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't working. And Theo Vaughn was up here going, oh, hey, ooh.
Yeah.
And then
And they switched?
They
That's
pissed into
funny.
a stream at the same time.
Oh, they did like a Freaky Friday. That's funny.
And now they're both
Yeah.
just crushing it.
And
Their
then
careers just took off.
yeah. That's funny.
That wouldn't be bad. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll swap with Andrew Santino.
Yeah, yeah,
I could be sitting here with Bobby Lee.
yeah. Or me, you know?
Me and you just swap.
Yeah.
We're both just.
Yeah.
we
I'm
both-
like, I had sex with a donkey and I I like potatoes. I don't know.
You always go. You always turn it to fucking the Canadians from
Yeah.
Which is funny. I like it. Funny stuff.
God, what else?
Yeah. What else? Let me just. I gotta send a text.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying
to who?
Patrick at the stand. I'm trying to get up earlier.
Okay. The gay sex hotline.
Yeah, pretty much. The gay sex hotline. Just got too many spots, man.
Mm-hmm.
Too many spots in the city. Come check me out, guys. New York City. Every Tuesday night comedy in the city. Another one of these. I gotta stop. I feel like I'm doing too many. Almost like my life is like a subscription with shit. You know, I'm doing too many jobs that will never end.
Yeah.
You know, you go like if you're working comedian, it's just never going to end.
Mm-hmm.
You're just constantly like
saying stuff.
I've got a weekly show. Is that just forever now?
Yeah,
I got this podcast.
Yeah.
What was going to talk for?
You're just sick of.
It's just. Can I just do one thing? Can I release one podcast? A mega podcast.
What if one night a week you just became a mime? You know, you found a new way to
just
communicate. Yeah. You became like a dirty mime.
Just immediately.
Yeah. You get kicked out of Times Square. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just fucking.
Yeah. How are the shows with Ari?
A lot of fun. A lot of fun. On the road, we went all over.
Nice.
Deep South. Crazy. Some of the places.
What do you like doing during the day when you're on the road? Because I feel like the time goes by really fast, but...
Depends how many days you're out there.
It can be kind of depressing.
I won't do anything. If I fly in, if I have a Friday, Saturday shows, I won't do anything. I fly in Friday, leave Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Because by the time you get in on the Friday, there's no real time to do anything. Maybe on the Saturday if I have to, but not probably just sit in the hotel room most of the day. Maybe hit the gym.
It's good to sleep as much as possible.
Dude, whack off the fucking weird shit.
It's good to whack off in a hotel room.
And then you go to when you go to Texas, Pornhub is banned in Texas. So you got to go to X videos, which kind of you know.
Why is it banned?
It changes as good as a rest.
Yeah,
that's what they say.
Okay.
When you're watching porn, fellas.
What do you mean it changes?
A change.
Oh, okay.
As good as a rest.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you gotta go to different websites like Amazon.com.
I'd see what you can find. You're like Googling.
You gotta
woman, full adult woman bikini.
Yeah.
Stress.
Bikini sexy.
Revealing.
You just type in bra for sale sexy.
Used.
You gotta go to Target.com.
Yeah.
You gotta go to FoodNetwork.com to jack off.
You know, the first time I ever fucking whacked off was to a fucking toy magazine.
Oh yeah,
or something.
A toy magazine?
Well, so like Toys R Us or one of those.
Yeah.
It was called Smith's. They would send out like a brochure.
To Jeffrey Giraffe.
But they would send it out like the way you go to like a fucking grocery store. They'd have those like things of sales or something. Yeah. I remember just like flicking through it, like just like whatever. I don't think there was like, it wasn't like I saw something and I was like, wacka. I think I was just playing with my dick, and the next thing I was like, what the hell? It just like got a wave of something.
Yeah. Were you like 13?
Younger than that, maybe 11.
Yeah.
Maybe 10.
Yeah.
But I remember just like, ooh, and then something happened, and I was like,
yeah,
you're looking around, and go, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Then that night, you're like,
do you think pedophiles ever miss when they were kids?
Yeah,
because they're like, it wasn't.
They were able to fuck 11-year-olds without any trouble.
They were like, I'll grow out of this phase, and they don't.
Well, what happens with like you're into an 11-year-old?
Yeah.
Then you just stay there, or do you go out? I think you leave and come back, like Amish.
Yeah. Okay.
You get your you go dip your toes.
You dip your toes in adult women.
or whatever they call it.
Yeah,
you go fuck adults. And then you come back to the pedophile. Like you come back to the 11-year-olds. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
The way it is. Or what if you get, my theory, what if you get into pedophilia but late in life? Like the way sometimes you know, a 40-year-old woman would be like, I'm actually gay.
Yeah.
You know, she gets divorced and she's like, I've been gay the whole time.
Yeah.
What if a guy's like 45 is like, I was a pedophile.
Right. You like try being gay, then you try being trans, and you're like, no, I think I was just a pedophile, actually.
That is the next evolution of
yeah. You're like, God, I wish I didn't get that surgery because I'm just I guess it's good they cut it off.
So anti-trans.
You're like, I guess the silver lining is that I don't have my penis anymore.
There might be someone out there of the anti-trans movement who's just like, who's like the face of it, just being like, I should never have gone through the surgery. I just want to fuck kids.
Yeah.
So do all trans. Yeah. That's mucky water. So you get caught up with the trans stuff. You get caught up with the trans stuff.
What do you mean?
Just people just get so passionate about it, and you kind of just like, it's gone on for too long now.
Yeah, I think you can talk about it. I mean, I think it's just like a sensitive thing because there's so much against. Like a friend of ours just put a special out, Ian Fidance, and he's getting some pushback on some jokes that he did, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm." Yeah,
from
and
who?
he's from like trans people on Twitter. Yeah,
Do we even know they're trans?
right.
Genuinely though, like what percentage of those?
But
people
I'm saying
it's
I
just someone
understand.
online cosplaying as a trans
Sure.
person who gets offended by stuff. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
it's just some guy who doesn't like his kids.
Well, a friend of mine said if you're on Twitter for too long, you become trans. There's like a thing. There should be a thing called Twitter trans. If you spend too much time.
I love it. A friend of mine has this theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just become
Yeah.
trans. Yeah, I'm sure that's probably.
But I guess I understand why they're a little sensitive because it's like they get shit on all the time. So it's like
Oprah.
I don't know. I think you can. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Not for $1 million.
Not for $1 million. Not even close to $1 million.
Yeah.
But that's what they say. All these sheiks or whatever, they hire these whores from fucking L.A. Come out, send them out to Abu Dhabi, and then they go, "Oh, now you're here. We're gonna shit on your chest," and they have to they use them as a toilet. This is the whole rumor that there's a lot of these rich Arabian men who are out in like fucking Dubai or whatever.
And what do they do?
They'll fly women out. They'll find the most attractive girls on Instagram. And they go, "Hey, do you want to come party for the weekend?" They go, "Yeah." And then when they get there, they're like, "All right, we're gonna use you as a toilet now. I got to shit on your face."
And they're like, you're like, that's not in the contract.
I know, but they're like, "Oh, okay, sure, but we flew you out. You have a hotel for the weekend.
Yeah.
If you want $200,000, $250,000, you're gonna have to let me shit on your face." And they do it in front of a room full of boys going, Yeah. You never heard any of this?
I've never heard that.
It's like a common thing.
That sounds a little Islamophobic to me, actually.
It's actually It's actually feminist. We're like, no, these fucking dirty Arabs aren't treating our women right.
right.
Was that bad?
We're like, we don't do this.
We don't have the money. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, if I was rich for a day.
Yeah.
No, just be rich for a day.
Next time you get in a fight with your fiance, you're like, well, if I was Saudi Arabia, I'd be flying you out to use you as a toilet.
You wouldn't even make it on the PJ, baby. You wouldn't even make it.
So just so you know, when you want to say I'm a piece of shit.
I've never once shat on an Instagram model with a room full of fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what they're doing. It's just like internet. It's just internet speak about it when they always go, "Shut up, you've been used as a toilet" or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, how'd you miss all this, dude?
I guess I missed it.
It's an entire, like...
I don't keep up. I know what happened on the episode of Bluey. The kid show.
Don't give it away. I'm catching up. Spoiler alert. Beep, beep, beep.
Jess is like, did you watch 4 episodes of Bluey without me? Like, we're supposed to watch it together. Wait, so they fly the women out, they use them as a toilet, and they're like, we only pay you if we can use you as a toilet.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the women go out and they go, "No, I'm not into this." I'm like, sure. But then if they ever go out twice, be used as a toilet. They go, "Hey, do you like that fucking..."
Oh, okay.
It's like us being brought out to fucking...
Where did you hear about this?
It's just on the internet. It's just on
the internet. It's just on the internet.
Well-known online thing of Arabian princes flying out beautiful Instagram ladies so that they can use them as a bathroom. This is a very popular thing.
That's the thing, but like toilets are like bowl shaped. Like I feel like
they just let them
women
go?
are not shaped like toilets. Like where does the pee pee and poo poo go?
They make them kind of make it a thing.
You gotta kind of do a thing. Okay.
There's a technique where you gotta...
Yeah, but that's not gonna hold the piss and shit.
A lot of guys, the first guy has the hardest shit, so that gives it a foundation.
Oh, okay.
And then the rest of them, they line up in order of liquidity.
Okay.
Okay. And then they just fill them up.
Right.
I think you just shit on the tits and let it roll off. I think that's the... It's
and
not
someone
like...
has to clean it up?
Huh?
Someone has to clean it up?
Yeah, they're rich. They've got like a bunch of fucking African maids or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had...
They all have slaves over there.
They all have slaves.
Well, essentially. It's
and do you think the slaves are like, maybe someday I'll get to be the toilet?
They're like taking some of the shit to bring home. They're stealing the shit.
Yeah.
It's a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Man, I don't like the patriarchy.
Fuck them.
You know?
Nah, patriarchy's sick.
It sucks.
Shout out patriarchy.
Yeah.
Gave us everything we wanted.
Really?
Gave us everything we ever needed.
Yeah.
High buildings. Imagine if women weren't, if it was a matriarchy. Every house would be a bungalow. There wouldn't be a fucking... I don't think there'd be a building in this world 2 floors high.
Well, we haven't really given them the chance. Maybe they would build buildings that are like spider shaped.
Do you think that? Do you think
no,
it's
I don't
like
know.
some sort of
No, but I don't want to be like.
thing
Well, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, women can't.
No,
you know,
they wouldn't be able to go up. I've been there. They can't lift up.
that's kind of
lift.
small-minded to think that women can't build stuff.
They can't. They just they wouldn't go up. I've been there. Just the men losing their arms and shit like that. It's
really?
Yeah, going up is hard. Women spread out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of very, very well-kept bungalows all across the world. Really spectacularly clean.
Very clean.
Very pristine.
They all have like Yankee candles in them.
Yeah.
They all smell like the beach. They all smell like
everywhere you go.
Mashed potatoes. It's a candle.
They all just have nice flowers.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the world.
It all smells like dinner. They all buy candles that say dinner. Meatloaf dinner. You're like, honey, did you make dinner? And she's like, it's a candle.
Do you think though, just like the most manliest women would just take over if all men just disappeared? Do you reckon just like whoever's the most manliest?
I don't know, but I think but women can build stuff and design buildings and stuff. Maybe they don't have the physical.
They don't have the physical
strength.
They don't have the physical strength.
Yeah,
they can come up with these. They're not short of ideas.
Yeah,
but they implement. You need.
I just think it's
you need
kind of
men
small.
who are donkeys to just lift shit, and that's just
you need the muscle.
Yeah, I've never found. I've never.
Yeah,
I've
but
never
can't machines do the? That's the thing. That's
machines can only do so much.
I think you're having a hard time facing the reality that we might become obsolete, and I think that probably scares you a little bit.
I'm more than willing to be obsolete.
Yeah,
I hope that this camera explodes and takes me out. That's kind of. I'm hoping to get an electric shock one of these days off this podcast.
Yeah.
So that people don't be fucking hitting me up in the comments going, "Yo, episode's late."
I guess I just don't think it's good to hang on to the past. You know, you got to think about what
AI. We are fucked. With
you got to like
AI is fucked. We're fucked.
Yeah, you think?
I think in the next 12 years we're just wiped out.
Yeah,
I think it's just we're fucked.
Uh-huh.
And everyone that's ever worked in AI has come forward and been like, yeah, we're fucked.
Really?
Yeah. It's not like the people who created AI are like, nah, we're all good. Everyone that's ever worked in
You think two robots can sit here and podcast for an hour and have two good riffs?
At least they're up top. I'll tell you what, we stacked the top heavy.
We did, yeah.
And that's all we can promise here.
Yeah.
As long as it starts off good up top, the rest, and then nothing worse than bad pod. In the very end, you get a great one in. You go, fuck.
Yeah.
We're all built to that moment. But as long as we're just keeping people from fucking attacking their boss, you know what I mean? Somewhere right now, some guy's typing something into a computer.
Yeah.
Just filing some horseshit, and then he has some prick of a boss.
Yeah.
Who's treating the girl beside him much nicer because she has great tits. And she's bad at her job, but he's on your ass. And you want to just fucking shove a big pen right down his fucking throat.
Right.
But he's not doing that now.
You're like Mike and Colum said no.
Mike and Colum giving you
don't stab your boss with a big pen.
Sweet ass riffs in the office.
Because if you stab your boss with a big pen, then you'll definitely never see those titties.
Oh,
at the next cubicle.
Oh, that's how
you know.
Yeah.
There's a chance if you don't go to jail. You can maybe, if you go to jail, you definitely won't see the titties.
How about this? Proposition the lady with a little note and go, may I see those titties? Question mark,
yeah.
question mark, smiley face.
Circle one, yes, no, maybe.
Yeah. Just throw it over the cube.
Yeah.
The back of her neck.
Yeah.
And then if she says no, bick away.
Yeah.
Bick the fuck out of your boss. Bick your boss to death.
Or you put a card in her cubicle and it says like, hey, I'm your secret admirer and you have the nicest jugs I've ever seen. And it's written in crayon.
It's like one of those, though. It's like a funny one, though, where it's like, you know, she has two big jugs.
Yeah.
You like these jugs.
And you spell it Juugs. Like, you can't spell. You have the nicest jugs I've ever seen. And she's like, she has to call the FBI to find you. You go to jail anyway, but at least you tried.
Jugs. I'm such an idiot.
Jugs.
We actually found a letter from 10 years ago where you spelled Jugs incorrectly the same. Oh, sent them all, of course.
Yeah.
Nice.
I sent them all, of course. Hey, thanks for making that documentary about me. I want the world to know how much I love titties.
Mr. Jugs.
The Jugs on HBO.
The sensational 6-part series.
Yeah.
Who sent the fucking letter?
Yeah, it takes 7 episodes to find out it was you. You could have done
He's in the background the whole time.
Yeah. Like, this could have been an hour and a half. And it's 7 hours long.
Mr. Jugs. Yeah, the Jugs. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Did you ever do anything like that when you were younger? Throw a girl a little fucking.
One time I did. I was in Florida and I was staying at this resort and there was a very cute girl there with her family.
How old were you?
Like 19.
Okay.
She was probably like my age.
Oh, great.
And she was there with her family.
And
on
you
the
were
last
fellas?
day,
Who were you with?
I was with my uncle and my cousin.
Okay, fellas.
Yeah.
Boys' little weekend.
And I like walked up to her and I gave her a note. The last day I was there, I gave her a note with my email. I kept seeing her around the resort.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah. And just
Yeah. And I gave her a note with my email. She never emailed me, but
no.
but I said, "This is for you."
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I walked away.
I appreciate.
You got to
effort.
do those things to like get yourself comfortable with.
Of course, you got to get rejected.
You got to get rejected and get the fear out of your system.
This is for you.
Like, this is for you.
Just a photo of your cock.
Yeah. You're like,
hey, no need to say
this is for you, and you run away. You run into the highway and get hit by a truck.
You fucking run into a glass door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Then you give her another note with your hospital room.
Yeah, hey, come check out my stitches.
Yeah.
Not bad. Yeah, but had you just said something a little more charming, it would have been. And rather than you go, this is for you, had you just said, hey, I saw you around and I thought you were pretty cute. If you want to talk to me again, here's my thing.
Yeah,
I think
she was really.
I think I would have got. I think it would. Yeah.
Right. I definitely like handed her the thing and then like ran away. Yeah. I definitely scurried away like a little rat.
I've seen the way you run too.
Yeah, I know.
Your hands are too low.
Yeah.
Just jumped on the bus.
I don't know why I run like that.
Yeah, you run silly.
Yeah.
Whatever. Dude,
Whatever.
We can't all be athletes.
We can't all be athletes. I'm flat-footed.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Doesn't explain why your arms. Whatever.
I don't know. Well, what are you supposed to do with your arms when you run? Like this?
Like
Okay.
Gazelle.
See, my dad never taught me any of that stuff.
What the fuck?
Yeah. You watching basketball?
I haven't been watching the basketball.
No.
I watched.
There's some really good white players in this season.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
We got Jokic.
Jokic, yeah.
Jovic.
There's a guy, Austin Reeves, on the Lakers who's like a little
white guy?
corn-fed, little
Shout
white
out
guy.
little white guy.
Little American white guy.
Okay.
Yeah. He was born in 1998, if you can believe that.
That's what they're all like now.
Yeah.
All these athletes that get drafted and stuff,
yeah.
They weren't even around for when the Jews did 9/11.
They weren't even around for 9/11, yeah.
When the Jews did 9/11.
Yes. I mean, a lot of people did 9/11, and many of them probably did happen to be Jewish, of the Jewish American faith. You're trying to be like, yes, there were many.
No. Let's not make jokes about this, but 9/11 was a tragedy and probably pulled off by the Jews.
Many Jewish Americans did 9/11.
Well, you ever heard the fucking, I know I've talked about it before, but the accusations of Steve Kroll's dad.
No.
Steve Kroll's dad's highly successful. He's
Wait,
like
Nick Kroll.
Nick Kroll, sorry, yeah.
I thought you said Steve Carell.
I said Steve Kroll.
Yeah, but
Nick
he like
Kroll.
ons a security firm or something.
Yeah, there's
and, he did
there's
9/11.
enough that the internet can run with it.
Yeah.
That's all you need is enough.
Yeah.
That he's
very funny though.
Nick Kroll.
Yeah,
I've heard he's very funny. I've never met him.
I liked his special a lot.
Yeah. But rich kid, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I guess his dad is CEO now of something, but at the time he was the CEO or something.
Some security firm.
The security firm that had just taken over.
Really?
They took over it on Monday. And
really?
Fucking 9/11 was
That's
the Wednesday
so funny.
or whatever. And he's like, first day of the job, baby, can't be late. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my
Dude.
what do we do? This has never happened before in the history of buildings.
Yeah.
This has never happened.
Dude, imagine like you're the security firm. You did 9/11. You made a bunch of money. You're like whistling, You're like so happy. And then your family comes home, they're all crying. Like, what's everybody so upset about? And you're like, right, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You walk in the door, you're like, guys, we just made a bunch of fucking money.
Boo boo. I'm not. Guys, I need to go mourn downstairs for a second.
Yeah.
You just hear him.
I'm on the highway to hell.
Guys, I'm ordering pizza.
Yeah.
He's just shouting it. Who wants pizza? Who cares if it's 10 a.m.?
We can get wings. You want wings? Nick, now you can find another degenerate and make comedy videos with him.
Making money off 9/11, huh?
Yeah.
That's how you get them.
Come on, Nick. Me and your friend John are doing coke in the basement. Thanks for the cocaine, Mr. Kroll.
One of the best coke
I love
today.
doing drugs.
I was doing it because cocaine.
Yeah.
I like Nick. Oh, sorry, I like Mulaney.
Yeah, he's
Mulaney
very
gets
good.
me going for
He's very
a
good.
little Christian white boy.
Sure.
I was always disappointed. I always said like I'd love to see him relapse and like be like a fucking scumbag on stage. Like if he was doing his comedy, but he's just talking about like fat women. The attitude.
Yeah.
How fat women are getting away with too much.
Yeah.
That would be fucking hilarious. But when he relapsed, he kind of just got sweeter almost or something.
Yeah. I mean, he's obviously like a great stand-up, but I feel like that special he put out, everybody was like, "Oh, this is so brutally honest." Him opening up about his addiction,
just doing drugs.
But it was just like I did cocaine. Yeah,
I know he never talked about cheating on his wife or anything.
He never talked about cheating on his wife. Which it's talking about cheating on your fucking wife.
Make that fucking whimsical.
Yeah,
Mulaney.
right. No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Make
yeah,
that cute.
Yeah, which you can't really. It's
impossible.
It's impossible. Yeah.
Unless you're fucking.
You can't get anybody on your side.
Not as a straight white man. They're impossible.
No. Yeah.
At least blackmail the other black comedians will rally behind you. Corey Holcomb go out there. I'm cheating on my wife, and all the black guys go, "Yo."
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
No, I saw.
Yeah, because Patrice talked about it in a funny way.
Yeah, of course.
Or like the you ever see a girl passed out behind the dumpster?
Yes, of course. Or even
like
Sam
like
J
that.
has some good stuff about infidelity with her wife, and you go, it only works because you're lesbians.
Really?
And there's kind of a like, yo, what? There's almost a supportive thing with a woman.
Yeah.
Whereas I was like, any guy's talking what Sam J's saying right now is just booed off stage. You're a piece of shit.
If you're a guy who cheats on his wife, you just have to kill yourself. You just have to disappear. You have to disappear from public life.
You are fucked. But Gerard Carmichael has a new.
But it should be.
Gerard Carmichael has a bit, and like he has like a reality show, and he has like 10 minutes on him just cheating on his boyfriend. He's like, I can't stop cheating on my boyfriend. And it's just like him, he's doing this like whole thing.
Really?
And you're just like, it's so, but the whole crowd's like, so honest.
And
you're like,
it's a stand-up show or like a reality show?
It's a reality show, but he also breaks it in with stand-up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, check it out. It's pretty fucking out there.
Okay. It's on HBO.
Yeah, of course.
So he's on stage saying, I can't stop cheating on my boyfriend.
There and he's like that, just like riffing these ideas about how much he loves cheating on his boyfriend. And it's almost like, and he's like laughing about it and everything. And it's just like, because he's a gay black guy, everyone's just like, and because it's Gerard, they're just like, wow. He's bringing honesty to a new place. Meanwhile, his boyfriend's watching at home.
Yeah.
Just made it look like a fucking
his
idiot.
boyfriend's at the taping with like a cake that says, congratulations, Gerard.
The love of my life.
Yeah.
I've never met a man more honest than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they even showed that they showed on the reality TV show him cheating on his boyfriend. Then he's hanging out with his boyfriend and he's talking about how he doesn't cheat on him. And there's like a whole thing with the whole thing. And then apparently
I gotta watch this.
The boyfriend said he found out because like as soon as Gerard said, I don't cheat, the cameraman went, oh, and zoomed in on Gerard to like get the shot. And then the boyfriend just
zoomed in and like,
well, because he's lying. The cameraman zoomed in because obviously Gerard's lying about cheating.
And he wanted to get the facial
expression of him lying. So then the boyfriend was like, it's kind of odd to zoom in right when he's in the middle of the fuck. Yes, he realized it. Fucking caught him in his web of gay lies.
Yeah.
His gay web of lies. He just had a gay web of lies come tumbling down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, he's positioned himself well, though, that guy, Gerard. So he's like, it's because it's like honest. I'm just honest. So he just comes out and was like, dude, I'm the worst friend in the world, man. I will never text you back. I'm only out for myself. And everyone just goes, dude, I can't stop raping.
You know what's crazy though? We did JFL the same year in 2011, and I remember thinking like, Gerard's really
very different fucking careers.
Very different careers.
We're at the same. They're like the way two ships. Just all you need is like
two ships kind of diverging.
An inch of degree, and then where's he right now? He's like,
and I kind of went on land. Like my ship sort of like went on land,
shipwrecked onto Serbia
and then a tribe of indigenous people shot me with arrows compared to his. Yeah, he found
like somewhere in Belarus or over there, but
he found the new world, and I found like a disease where you puke up your brain. You puke up your brain matter. No, I don't know. I'm very happy.
Of course.
But I remember thinking that he was like a very good. He had some really good jokes.
Yeah.
And he was very sharp. I thought he was like a very sharp writer.
Yeah.
And
he was very slow back then, right? Like he was always kind of slow. And...
but more like tighter, tighter.
Of course. Yeah.
And I haven't seen his work
This bit about cheating
while.
on his boyfriend.
What's that?
It's stuff about I love fucking other men.
Yeah. No, I guess because when people criticize Gerard,
Yeah.
they say that like, oh, it's not really stand up. It's more like confessional type of.
Yeah.
They say it's more of a confessional type of
Yeah.
act, but I always remember him having like
Funny.
really good jokes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny though. You wonder, like, you know, we obviously sit around like, yeah, he's fucking doing this, doing that. It's like, how many other professions are just sitting around going, yeah, that carpenter fucking sucks.
Yeah.
He's like, he's so gay. If I'd made a door like that,
Yeah.
everyone would say I'm a hack, but he does. It's good.
Right.
They're just talking shit.
Imagine if a white man made a door like that.
Oh, where's our fucking HBO special?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, go check it out. Go check
It's
out
a documentary?
It's like it's supposed to be a reality TV show, but it's like I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
I hate doing stand up.
I hate my life so much.
I can't write it. I can't write a joke.
Dude, I'm going back to I'm not going back to sports.
The mines.
I'm gonna
Sports.
play golf.
Yeah.
Not bad.
You're good at golf, right?
I'm not. No, I was when I was younger, but I haven't played in so long that.
Oh, okay.
And it's real frustrating.
Really, you tweeted recently. You were like, "I'm the best golfer comedian."
I'm still talking shit.
Oh yeah,
because
like, Mark Smalls was like,
I know. Yeah. But Mark's actually out there. Fucking, fucking, I'm in the rough, dude.
Yeah. You think he's good?
He must be. If
you think he would beat you?
Yeah, obviously. Anyone that's playing golf regularly, it's just like when anything.
Yeah,
pretty much anything. It's like when Lewis started.
Except podcasting for some reason. For some reason, the more you podcast, the shittier you get at it.
Absolutely. 4 years in, dead. Yeah. Absolutely. You're right about that.
You're podcasting too much.
Yeah.
You're overdosing on talking into a.
You're not giving your muscles the time to recover. That's the problem. You're
right.
You are right.
That is that's a good point.
It's like when you go to the gym, you got to get rest days.
Because I've been doing a lot of podcasts for the special, promoting the special.
Check out the special on
and
YouTube.
It's like maybe I am doing too many because I'm running out of shit to say.
There's a lack of shit to say.
Yeah.
The problem is, do you ever get to those podcasts where you finally have like nothing to say, and then you just watch the two hosts just talk for an hour?
Yeah.
You get to the show and you kind of go,
dude, that happens. That happens.
You
do
3 in a day. By the time it gets to the third one,
yeah. But that happens so many times. But some of these shows have like a dynamic already. So then you come in and it's like, oh, where do I? You know, like Legion of Skanks kind of has their.
Yeah.
They have a very good rapport with each other.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm like, where do I like jump in here? You know.
Yeah.
And then it's like sometimes you don't talk as much, and then people go, "You didn't say anything on the show."
Yeah. My understanding is that the internet hates me no matter what. If I don't say anything, they go, "What a fucking fag."
Yeah.
Then you say stuff, they're like, "Shut the fuck up!
Shut up and let Jay talk.
Let Jay meander."
Yeah.
Let Lewis lie about a fight.
Yeah. Do you also worry that like you talk so much shit on podcasts that you like worry about who's heard you say what? And if anybody's mad at you?
Yeah, well, I've had
it just kind of happens.
Well, most of it's joking though.
Yeah.
I think you got to understand. I have had that before where you talk shit about comedians.
Yeah.
And especially comedians who aren't in your circle at all. Because you're like, when am I ever going to fucking...
Yeah.
What happens is you go, when am I ever
We've talked about a lot of comedians. We've talked about Arcuri, Gerard, John Mulaney, Nick Kroll. We said Nick Kroll's dad did 9/11.
But that's like tongue in cheek. That's a
joke.
Cheeky banter for the boys.
Do you ever worry though? You're gonna meet him. He's gonna be like, I heard you think my dad did 9/11, homeboy.
Yeah, but then I go, well, that wasn't me talking about you. That was me talking about Nick Kroll, the celebrity that I don't know.
Right.
Like the same way you would probably said some shit about J-Lo, and now you fucking play fucking
now you know her,
wiffle ball with her. So it's like
right.
you don't say that same shit.
Right.
That's kind of what it is.
So you could say like John Mulaney should stop sticking his dick in everything.
John Mulaney, the celebrity, should stop.
John Mulaney, the celebrity,
breaking the hearts of the people that believe in him.
Yeah.
His closest to him. He should stop cheating on the people that are stuck through him, through thick and
stop
thin.
violating the sacredness of marriage.
Yeah. Apologize to God, Mulaney. Maybe close your special with that.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out God. Sorry about that.
Shout out to
Shout out Jesus. Shout out God. Sorry about being a bold boy. Your wife catch you cheating. A bit of a bold boy, am I? You know I'm a bit of a bold boy, baby. She's like, stop fucking.
A bold boy?
Yeah, you just like act. You act as if it's like a little nothing.
Okay.
You know, it's like, don't eat, like when she's like, don't eat my last fucking donut. And you go, you know, it's like, it's just a bit of a teasing.
Yeah.
She catches you cheating. You're like, no, come on.
Nice.
I fucked that girl. I fucked your sister. Come on. You can't say that at me. Come on, it's funny.
Yeah. You say it like it's a joke.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I'll never fuck your sister again. Yeah, that's how you handle it.
Yeah.
You fucking brainwash them, gaslight them. That's how you do it.
Yeah. What are you gonna have for lunch today?
Still love Israel. Still hate Israel. You still hate Israel?
Of course. Do you?
I'm indifferent to the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems like Irish people have a strong connection with the Palestinian people.
We love the
resistance.
We love the Pallies.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Pallies.
Yeah.
Fuck the Jews.
Come on,
dude. Come on. That's the problem. You're getting lumped in.
Well, it's like the axis
you're
of...
getting lumped in with all this shit. What's going on up in Colombia? Were they actually saying kill all the Jews or whatever?
No, of course not.
They weren't chanting this stuff at all?
No, of course not.
There's no evidence of that, right?
It's just kids protesting. I mean, you go to I've been to a couple protests. Everyone's pretty chill. Nobody's doing anything at it. But they have to portray it that way so they can disperse the protests and get it, So they have to be it's anti-Semitic.
Not one person chanted kill the Jews.
I think if there is any, it's a very small number. I think most people understand the nature of the.
If there is, and it's a very small number, are we condemning those people and those chants?
Yeah, of course, but it's such an
Legion of Skanks
inconsequential
doing an outdoor podcast. And someone goes, I heard some horrible.
Yeah.
There's a Palestinian thing going on downstairs at the stand. Meanwhile, it's just.
It seems like there's a Palestinian man here named Louis J. Gomez who's saying,
"Death to the Jews."
Who's saying death to the Jews? Yeah,
it just gets run with it like that. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, no, I think the vast majority of the people understand what's going on, and but it has to be characterized as violent and anti-Jewish, and
I don't know.
When there's tons of Jewish people marching,
it's just been going on a long time, man.
It's We
gotta get back to the kids in the cages. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
What happened to them?
They do want to wear you down.
No one cares about the kids in the cages anymore.
It's not. I'll give you that.
We're about
it's
6
not
foot apart.
It's
What
not
about 6
the
feet
hot
apart?
button.
What about the 6 feet apart?
That's over.
What happened to that?
Yeah. It's not like the hot button issue anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just annoying that it's you can't any protest of the genocide that's happening is met with call the police right now, get them removed.
You cannot say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
But what are you gonna do? Do you
ever miss COVID? Do you ever miss just chilling in a park?
I do kind of miss COVID.
Do you ever just go, I'm not brushing my teeth, and no one's gonna stop me.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a nice little?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here.
Well, I did just come back from the road, so I don't brush my teeth when I'm on the.
No.
Not really. Not really, dude. I don't have to.
I have a list of. I swear to God, I have a list of my daily things to do.
Yeah.
And I just added in. Brush your teeth in the morning.
Yeah.
Because you know what happens is you wake up. If I'm here all day, I'll wake up, you have a coffee, you have something to eat.
Yeah.
And then you just don't brush your teeth until
your teeth
until I'm leaving at 6.
Yeah.
So now it's first thing in the morning, I brush my teeth before.
I
get up.
feel like I probably skip brushing my teeth in the morning.
If you're at home all day, who are you brushing your teeth for?
Yourself. You gotta
I know
clean
that's
the
what
plaque.
I'm saying. Just gotta grow up. I don't have fucking.
But sometimes when I'm on the road, I just
It's very fun if I was leaning out of shot this whole a lot of this episode.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't have a travel toothbrush, and then I don't always have the small bottle of toothpaste. So it's I just don't have a toothbrush on me, so I just don't. Sometimes I just won't brush my teeth for a few days.
Yeah, I don't have enough room in my.
I know.
Bag.
I know that's probably bad.
For a few days, you never even brush your teeth.
For the weekend, for 2 days, I don't brush my teeth.
We'll go to the fucking desk. The girl at the desk has a toothbrush for you. They always have free toothbrushes.
I know they do.
But I'd rather.
But I always forget to ask.
But then I've got my breath. I don't want to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my breath smells like shit.
Excuse me, can I get some toothbrush?
Yeah.
All right, well, look, that's the lesson of today's episode. We're gonna get out of here. That's plenty. It's plenty for you pigs.
Yeah, that's enough.
If you want any more,
join the Patreon.
Join the Patreon. Only $1 a month, $10.08 for the year. That's where you get all the good perks.
Great.
We usually end with questions, but I forgot to post the thing for the questions. So
okay.
We just, do you want to make up one from a fan? This comes in from Mike Recine on the Patreon. Don't forget, folks, you can only get your questions read if you are a member of the Patreon.
What's the best movie you saw recently?
Oh, Asians.
Crazy Rich Asians?
No, Everyone, Everywhere, All at Once, or something.
Was that good?
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was solid.
Interesting.
Yeah. Have you not seen it?
I feel like people were pretty divided on it.
I liked it.
You liked it?
But the problem, it's multiple universe parallel thing,
Okay.
or like time travel-y type of bullshit. So there's obviously going to be like flaws in it, but like as long as you just allow yourself to be too dumb to understand the flaws, is pretty fun.
Okay.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Don't think I've seen another.
That's
movie.
how I feel about musicals. I'm like, just let yourself. If you can get past the cringiness of it,
I love a musical.
You'll enjoy it. Yeah.
I like a musical.
Just let yourself enjoy it.
Is Sister Act a musical? Does that count?
I don't think
Or
so.
is that
'Cause
just
it's not.
that's just a movie with music?
I
in
think
it?
they did bring it to Broadway, didn't they?
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But musicals can be all right.
Mhm.
Book of Mormon's great.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's good.
Oh, the cowman and the farmer should be friends.
The Music Man is good.
I don't know that one.
It's about America and people being scam artists, I guess.
Okay.
Our big industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is there? There's no 9/11 musical, is there?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But there's someone pitched it somewhere.
I'm Nick Kroll's dad, and
Nick Kroll's dad got a new job. First day, gotta leave early. It's my first day at the job.
We're gonna make so much fucking money. My kid's gonna be a star.
Overinsured the fuck out of the building.
Overinsured
the fuck out of the building.
Yeah, it's a 9/11 musical from the perspective of Nick Kroll's dad and
All the money that they
the
made.
Saudi royal family and George Bush.
And now everyone's just all in cahoots.
Yeah.
And then how they, yeah, exactly. That's exactly how it is.
Yeah.
Not bad. Like, I know we were all just duped.
Yeah.
And how they moved all the files into Building 7.
They moved all the files in Building 7.
I'm not actually sure if that's what they did, but it seems like something.
Yeah. If we were movers at that time, we would have taken that job.
I definitely would have been walking through.
They're like,
just
can you
rubble.
move?
Soot. Just
They're
head
like-
to toe in soot.
They're like, can you move 1,000 boxes from this building to this building? And we're like, yeah, we don't have a COI though. Is that all right? You're like,
we're wrapping them up.
you're like, $600.
We show up, banker boxes. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, the elevators are down. We're gonna have to use the stairs.
Oh no.
Oh fuck.
Fuck.
it's a 15-story walk up.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's a 28-story walk up. Sorry. Up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have taken it. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. R.I.P. Fucking Building 7.
R.I.P. to Building 7.
R.I.P. to Building 7. They had all those files about the FBI's spending or something, right?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Oh, like the Pentagon stuff?
There's something to do with there was an
There's
audit.
something where-
there was like
yeah.
an audit on the FBI possibly
Yeah.
or their spending, and that does happen to be in that building.
Yeah.
That casually.
Now, it's fine to know about that stuff, but if you spend too much time on that, I don't think that's healthy or good.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know?
Anaton. Yeah. It's like the
It's like, go help an old lady cross the street or something.
Yeah. It's like the French and Indian Wars of
Right.
America. It's like I know the gist of it, but you don't really need to know exactly.
Yeah.
Who was who. You don't need to know whose side was who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? There's comedy, you know?
The question is, do you remember? I've almost like given up reading.
Go
books.
watch the new David Tell special and get some pussy.
There's so much more.
You've
to
given
do.
up on reading books?
Yeah, because
There's too much. There's a lot of info out there.
I never remember them.
Yeah.
I'll read a book and I'll go great, and then
Yeah,
a year
yeah.
later, someone's like, "What was that about?" And I go, "No idea."
Yeah.
I was literally just killing time on the train.
Mm-hmm.
But so I need to kill my time with stuff that I remember.
Yeah.
Looking at chicks.
Yeah. Or maybe like
Just looking at chicks all day on the train.
Yeah. Or maybe like Clifford the Big Red Dog or something like that.
Maybe I get
Something
into
more
that.
at your
Maybe,
level.
maybe that was something that will stick with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you should read Elmo Goes to the Potty.
I love your accurately niche references because you have a kid, so you can just like name
What,
all these
Elmo?
shows. And then
Elmo
I'm like,
Goes to the
yeah,
Potties.
fucking Hey Arnold.
That's pretty general. Elmo Goes to the Potty.
What's it about?
It's about Elmo taking a shit on the potty. And
Taking
there's like sound
Whoa,
effects.
I had
Yeah.
a big shit.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
press the button, you hear a toilet flush. I'm just imagining you on the N train. You're like, Elmo can use the potty.
Elmo needs to do both.
Yeah.
When Elmo goes for number 2, he always does number 1.
Yeah. Elmo's getting his period. They made him.
Yeah, Elmo's
They
a
changed
chick.
his gender.
Mom, what's this? Elmo's first period. Elmo's
Elmo feels like a girl.
yeah, Elmo's embarrassed that the other girls in his class have tits, and Elmo's tits.
Elmo needs money for top surgery.
Elmo's still pretty flat-chested compared to the other girls in his class.
Well, Elmo, you are 3, so let's just wait.
Elmo, you're a 42-year-old man, Elmo. No.
Yeah.
All right, good times here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Shout down to the Naggers Out Den.
Mm-hmm.
And
the Naggers, you know.
Absolutely. If you don't know, you know Nagger.
Yeah.
That's the name of the studio. Check out Mike's special. Check him out on the road. All of our big fucking Spain and where else you're playing the fucking fans. Head on out. Go see some. Where are you playing again?
I'm doing London, Amsterdam, Berlin, and Madrid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Should be fun.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, take it easy. Thanks.
All right, thanks.
Bye.